Okay. Okay, so probably wondering why I got leaf green. I don't know. Let's see the statistics between the sales between fire red and leaf green. Okay, 12 million copies sold, but what's the difference? Or like what's the sales? What's more popular? I don't know. But I feel like fire red is obviously gonna be bought more. I don't know. I don't because I guess Charizard is way more popular, right? No one really picks Venusaur. And it's not like there's a difference, because the only difference is the box art. So I don't really feel like it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just the cover that everyone wants to, you know, everyone wants to seem cool. But I'm just confused why. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is that Pokemon games, it does not need to be a dual release anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I'm only buying one. I'm a sucker for Nintendo, but I hate Nintendo at the same time. It's really annoying. And I promote them literally every day playing Animal Crossing. So, and yeah, we're gonna actually start playing this. Finally. I bought this yesterday. I don't know how it's gonna go. It's very pixelated. Okay, I know. This is just an emulator. Like, there's nothing special about it. It's just an emulated version. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokémon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. The only one? There's many. Okay, we've all seen this. We all know it. Um, it's gonna be me still. Oh, um, will they allow me? Duh. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it allows me to name him Ass Hat. Nice. Is that gonna ruin the game? I don't care. Like, we're just gonna battle him a couple times, and then after the Elite Four, he's gonna fuck off, so... This is weird. Is this the same graphics? Draw item. Yes, please. Okay, I didn't really do much research on this release. Hmm. I don't know. It does feel scaled and it feels weird playing it on the TV. It said so on the TV. That doesn't make sense. You live in the world, you would know. Change the frame. They're all boring. Okay, well, I lost that battle. Whatever. Okay, so I feel like everything's upscaled. I don't know. I feel like everything is in like it was like recreated in some like high up pixel art. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels way newer. I don't know. To make up for those EXP points. I'm gonna try and nickname all of my Pokemon in this playthrough. This is also just proving that Nintendo can re-release all of their Game Boy Pokemon games and people will buy them. Like, I don't know why they haven't done this way earlier. And if they re-release the Gen 3 games, well, this is a Gen 3 game, but if they re-release Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald on the eShop, that's me all the way too. But I'm not buying all three versions, and I'm buying only probably just the Emerald version, because that's the definitive version of the three. I don't need all three versions. I'm so happy I'm playing this though. Even though I played the Gen 1 games multiple times over and over again. But this is one I haven't really played that much, aside from emulators. Sorry, but true. I'm not gonna decide what my team is gonna. Well, obviously I'm gonna have Pidgey for right now. What? Okay. Wow, I need to use a freaking potion. Noise. I like naming bird Pokemon. It's a burp. And look, it's a burp. That's a stupid joke, but whatever. Is that even? It probably didn't do anything. I don't know. Delicious. Run away right now. I'll decide my team, I think, when I get to Brock's gym. I know there's Pokemon in here. I'm not going up there, though. That's a rival battle. I'm not ready for that. Mankey, right off the bat, yo! Oh my gosh, yes! Tackle that beast. Nice. I didn't know if they spelled it differently for the meme, but just enough is the key. Yes. That's crazy. Got me right off the bat. Ooh. There's some good traditions. Yeah, definitely having Mankey on here. Oh, okay, I need both those Nidos. Need a Ran. Okay, Rattata. Need a Rattata too. Should I just catch every Pokemon I can? It's like I'm not doing it a Nuzlocke, I'm just doing a playthrough. It's by myself, so this is my file. You know, I suck at Pokemon. I'm gonna admit it. I've been playing Pokemon since I was 7 years old, and I'm 25 now. 25-year-old catching a fake rat in a child's video game. But I'm not good at it, and I try to get into competitive. All my Pokemon suck. I'm trying though. I'm trying to learn. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm not using that Rattata. I'll catch another one if I find another one. Yep, never mind. If I don't catch it once, I'm not gonna bother. Just rat. Just rat. I'll fight this one. Fuck, man. Well, I have potions, so it's fine. Oh! Yo, crit. There we go. Okay, they definitely fucked with this release because it's definitely not like the raw game that it was in the Game Boy. I don't remember it being this detailed. I feel like they added sounds and made it crisper. I do remember that happening. Maybe I'm delusional. I don't know. Are there Nidos in this game? Because I've only, I guess, really played Fire Red. So I don't know if Nido King and Nido Queen are in this version. Too many Mankeys. Really? Okay, well, I'm moving on. Back to the Pokemon Center. Any shit to give me? Oh yeah, he's a TV star here. He does all the tutorials of the land. Anyway. Yeah, bro, I know. I've caught... how many Pokemon so far? 4. Duh. This. Wow, thanks. I really got Mankey in like the first encounter. That's crazy. Could I be catching some needles and stuff in here? Bulbasaur a little bit. Bulbasaur and Mankey are the top tier ones right now. Grades. It would be cool to get Monkey to evolve into Primate, and then I can move it onto my other games and then evolve it into Annihilate. Officially kill it. You have a great website.
Pokémon is a video game series that was released in 1998 with Pokémon Red and Blue, originally called Pocket Monsters in Japan.
Get the fuck out of here! We don't need this. We don't need a history lesson on the Pokemon franchise every Pokemon related video, okay? We know what Pokemon is, okay? Everybody knows. I mostly play the main series Pokemon games, obviously, and I almost never play the spin-off Pokemon games. I played Pokemon Go, obviously, and I've played some of Pokemon Ranger when I was a kid, but I only remember them from that one episode of the anime, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon wasn't really in my interests. I was going to talk about Legends Arceus in this video, but it turns out that's a main series game, so I'm gonna save it for another day. So 2 years ago, I did make a video about Pokemon Battle Revolution, another Pokemon spin-off. That video sucks, don't watch it. Pokemon Battle Revolution is a Gen 4 battle simulator. And that's it. It's a game where you only point the Wii Remote at the screen for hours. Do you want one muscly arm? Because that's what you're gonna get with this game. There's no exploration even though Colosseum and XD exist on the GameCube already. And they're playable on the Wii, so why do we have to navigate through menus until our arm goes numb? The only redeeming quality is that you can move your own Pokemon from the Gen 4 Pokemon games, but Pokemon Stadium already did that, but the battling is just boring. And I end up falling asleep every time I try to play it. It was fun when I was a kid and I played it a lot, but now it's only good as a shelf piece. This next one isn't really a game per se, but Pokédex 3DS Pro is straight up a Gen 5 Pokédex, like legit.
You now have the ability to view over 640 Pokémon in beautiful 3D graphics.
Pokédex toys did exist at the time, but they were made by companies like Tiger Electronics, so they weren't exactly detailed. Yeah, nowadays we have free iPhone Pokédex apps, Bulbapedia, or books if you're a nerd. But yeah, this is a legit Pokédex made by Nintendo and Game Freak. Only for Gens 1 through 5 though. There's only 647 in total Pokédex entries, and that's including alternate forms if the Pokemon has them. Including all of the unknown forms.
Unknown C, Unknown D, Unknown E, Unknown F, Unknown G.
And this was an era of Pokemon where they didn't serve everyone up 5 courses of DLC stew, so there was no Pokemon past Gen 5. And yeah, to be honest, I wasn't expecting there to be DLC anyway, because this was right after the Wii and DSi eras. A time where updates and patches and everything to do were not a thing, because the games were practically finished, and the mystery gifts were built into the games anyway. So we didn't need a million updates to make the game perform as well as I do in bed.
If they wanted to do another Pokédex app featuring the Gen 6 Pokemon, they would have just copied and pasted the original models and charged another $15 for another pointless app that's already programmed into the game, with no updates. Like, these games also didn't really have DLC either.
I know that's a hypothetical situation, but for example, the Smash Brothers DLCs being made free in the next game, it doesn't give me hope for what Nintendo would have done for this. But anyway, since it's a Pokédex, it has a voice. And that voice being Mark Thompson, who has been part of the Pokemon series since the Johto arc of the original anime.
And he's obviously the voice of the Unova Pokédex in the anime.
Zebstrika, the Thunderbolt Pokemon, and the evolved form of Blitzel. Samurott, the formidable Pokemon, and the final evolved form of Oshawott. Simipour, the Geyser Pokemon, and the evolved form of Panpour. Drillbur, Conkeldurr, Timpole.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
Unfortunately, he doesn't read the entry like in the anime, so it kinda sucks. 0 out of 10. You can also change the languages very easily in the settings, so you can learn how to pronounce Pokemon names in German if you want.
Ku Incognito, Golking, Pantimos.
I mean, I did say earlier that it wasn't a game, but that's not entirely true.
There's Pokemon Challenge. It's just various Pokemon multiple choice questions like, who's this Pokemon? Who's this Pokemon but Pokedex entries? And guess the unknown forms.
It is actually really fun at times and does test your Pokemon knowledge.
There's also a whole Gen 5 move dex, as well as a list of every Pokemon that can know said move.
AR Viewer is exactly like the AR cards that came with every 3DS, but with Pokemon instead.
Scan one of the codes and it spawns a really small 3D model, and it's kinda garbage.
I bought this right before the eShop closed. So yeah, you can't actually buy this anymore. And I'm glad I own a piece of Pokemon history though. We're all just a bunch of suckers, aren't we? But where did that suckage start?
Pokemania was all the rage in the 90s. You couldn't escape it. People didn't know what to make of Pokemon back then. It was out of control.
It's Pokemania everywhere, from Burger King to the king of internet retailing.
If you guys don't know what Pokemon is, you're in need of some serious remedial toy education.
Looking back at these news reports and B-roll footage of people back in 1999, they really had no idea how big this actually was going to be.
This could be this year's Christmas boom.
But some experts say the entire Pokemon phenomenon is the enemy.
In my opinion, parents should not let their kids watch Pokemon, play Pokemon, buy Pokemon cards.
And even parents were put in front of cameras and asked to explain what Pokemon was and had absolutely no idea.
Can you explain Pokemon to me?
Very vaguely. They have power balls, that's all I know.
If it sounds like the kids are speaking another language, they are. The language of Pokemon.
Pocket Monster, the spiral. And it stands for what? male fertility.
But these parents are actually pretty cool.
Christina Levy spent $1,000 last month on Pokemon. Her kids call her Pokemom.
It's a really social game, socially interacts with all the kids in the neighborhood. So as opposed to sitting in front of a television watching cartoons, he's interacting with kids. So I really am a fan of the game.
And schools were just banning Pokemon cards because they thought that this was the equivalent of spending your life savings at a Vegas craps table.
I don't have anything against them. I just don't want them to, distract us from what our job here is.
School officials are finding that Pokemon cards are responsible for fistfights.
Oh, okay, well that's actually a reason. But soon enough, a game was released that deleted the need to collect Pokemon cards physically. Pokemon Trading Card Game. The game. For the Game Boy.
Girls can play this. Why can't it be called Game Boy Girl?
This game solely exists as an excuse for parents so they don't have to spend thousands of their own dollars on cardboard rectangles and binders. And now that I'm an adult, that seems pretty smart, actually. It's actually a free-roaming 8-bit style game, sort of like Red and Blue, but the walking animation stops halfway through. And since it's sort of a spin-off, it's not as well made. They didn't really put as much oomph into this one as they would a main series game. But it has an 8-badge system while you actively run into your rival that's always one step ahead of you. Then you go and beat a Pokemon League at the end. Yeah, it's the same formula technically as the games that it's spinning off, but instead of catching Pokemon and using them in turn-based battles, you play the actual Pokemon trading card game. And it actively teaches you how to play the most basic form of the Pokemon TCG from the first generation. It tells you what you can and can't play so you can't cheat. You can actually go in any order of the gym that you want with things that you have to do before you can challenge the gym sometimes, like having to beat 3 other NPCs in order for them to dox the location of the gym leader. And after you beat an NPC, you're actually rewarded with packs of cards from sets of the time. There's base set, jungle, and fossil expansions all within the game. And I'm definitely gonna keep playing this one. Since it's on the Switch now, I can finally finish it on my own time. And I recommend it if you want to learn how to actually play the game for yourself. And yes, I have unopened packs of cards, okay? Here's my Obsidian Flames pack. Let's see, this has been in my collection for a while. I know it's one of the newer sets, but it has been in here for a while. I haven't really thought about opening it until a Pokemon related video. Since I don't really use these, here you go. There you go, you're welcome. Ooh, Smoliv, Pidgey, Combi, Varoom. Is that a vacuum cleaner? I don't know. Skarmory. Ooh, Espeon. Pretty cute. Sharpedo. Seismitoad. Bonsly. Gita. Okay. Nothing really interesting in there. Guess it's the Gita Reverse Hollow, but worst champion ever. Do you like to brush your teeth? Well, you can do that. But with Pikachu.
Make daily toothbrushing time more fun with Pokémon Smile.
Pokémon Smile is a toothbrushing game. Tool? Government face copier that makes your children want to brush their teeth every night before they piss the bed. When this was first announced in a Nintendo Direct a couple years ago, I was more confused than anything. Kids nowadays can't even brush their teeth without Pokemon being involved, and yeah, it works. Yes, I know it's made for children, but it's also made for me, okay? It uses the front-facing camera to actually track your toothbrush as you brush the indicated parts of your mouth, causing your Pokemon to attack the purple goo invading your gums. Looks like grape jelly. And at the end, you get to catch the Pokemon that you saved from the cavity-causing purple jelly. Weirdest thing I've said today. You basically fill up a Pokedex entry every time you brush your teeth, but only Gen 1 Pokemon though, because of course it is. I know a 23-year-old adult shouldn't be playing this, who can just set a timer instead of using an app made for children. But fuck you, it's way better to see yourself with a Charmander hat on than it is to stare at your ugly face in the mirror. Okay, so Pokemon Smile is kind of weird. I love the chibi, art style. It doesn't allow you to, spit, at any time during the brushing. Which
You do get a lot of saliva in your mouth when you brush your teeth. And then it, like, gets angry with you when you leave the camera to go spit. Okay, I have to preload my toothbrush with everything before because it doesn't even give you time. Like, it gives you 5 seconds to prepare, okay?
It makes brushing your teeth fun, and I have no problem with that. Even if you're a smelly old adult destined to never have any children of their own. You guys remember Pixelmon? You know, the Minecraft mod? No, not that one. Yes, that one, yes. The old version that made all the Pokemon blocks. That is what this game reminds me of. Pokemon Quest was technically the first Pokemon game ever on the Nintendo Switch, but it's a completely free game with a blocky art style. Your player heads for Tumble Cube Island to find some hidden treasure from a long-dead civilization, or have to go do some grave robbing while befriending some blocky Pokemon. Sounds like fun. The game is okay. For a free game, I didn't expect much, but it's pretty fun, I guess. Again, these kinds of games aren't really for me. You go quest to quest, beating waves of wild Pokemon, then you have to fight a boss Pokemon. That's it. There's skill trees for your different friend Pokemon, so it's a bit of strategy and planning. You can use this pot to make various soups to attract more Pokemon to your camp. And you get decorations to increase various status effects like EXP. But you don't exactly need to play it at all. Besides operating the menus, it can basically play itself. You can just set it on autoplay and you can continue doing your laundry. This is another Pokemon app, but made for sleeping. Pokemon Sleep is obviously a sleep tracker. Depending on your tossing and turning throughout the night, it gives you a score ranging up from dozing, snoozing, or slumbering. For it to start tracking though, sleep has to be at least 90 minutes long before research is even counted. And you only have 2 sleep sessions per day. How they track this information is a little sketchy though. You have to keep the phone on all night while connected to the charger, on your bed, next to your head. A combination that increases your risk of a fire.
Hey, I'm just trying to understand what it says here. How did you die? I used Pokemon Sleep.
Thankfully, my phone doesn't get very hot while it's running this, but some of you out there have some really shitty phones, so I don't really recommend downloading this at all. And this game is also targeted to children. Maybe we shouldn't put fire hazards next to our children's heads as they sleep. And while it's collecting all of this information, it's also recording all of the sounds around it. That does include fans, by the way. It will constantly just record the fan noises if you do have one next to your head, which I know a lot of people do, including me in the summer, which is when I recorded some of this footage. And just like Pokemon Smile, every time you sleep, you collect Pokedex entries. It is fun to see what Pokemon you get in the morning depending on the sleep score, but I haven't really...
Okay, here we go again. That'll be okay. Wee. Oh, there's a Caterpie. Do I want the bee or do I want the butterfly? I kind of want Beedrill instead. And since Beedrill's also a flying type, I don't really want Pidgey on my team either. I'm trying to stay away from Pokemon that I've used way too many times. Pidgey is one of those. I don't really want to use Rattata. Okay, so how does the upstairs trading work? Well, you can't do that on the Switch, so... There we go. so round in the head. No fair, your worm actually has a good attack. No fair. What, if you don't kick a worm, it doesn't die? Is that real life lore too? Scratching it does more damage. Nice, nice, nice. Your Wii. Your Wii learned Harden. Wow. What's that? Is this a Tinder match? Okay. Um, I know you can get Pikachu in here. Okay, so Bulbasaur doesn't even have any grass type moves, so I think Mankey is gonna be the MVP of this gym. This gym ain't too hard. Maybe. I've beaten this Sandshrews ass without even hitting it. It's just, its life force is just being drained. Ooh. There we go. Okay, does Brock take his shirt off in this one? Nope, it's just the jacket from the anime. Okay. Cool. Evaded the attack. Oh. Yo. First, bad first hour and a half.